You see those blue lights flash in your rearview mirror. Your heart drops into your stomach and your brain starts racing. Ever wonder what actually separates a 10-minute warning from a court date, a search, or something worse? Today I'll walk you through exactly what happens from the moment those lights appear to the moment you drive away, step by step, like you're 5. By the end, you'll know the exact moves that keep you safe and the one sentence that shuts down most searches. So there it is, blue lights right behind you. And the first thing most people do wrong, they panic and do something that looks suspicious to the officer watching. They slam the brakes hard or they swerve suddenly. They speed up looking for a better spot half a mile down the road. From the officer's point of view, you just saw them and started acting weird. That's how a speeding ticket turns into, I smelled something suspicious. Every sudden move you make is being watched and interpreted through the lens of officer safety. Here's the actual move you should make instead. Turn on your hazard lights immediately. That's step 1. It signals, I see you, I'm complying, I'm looking for a safe spot. Then slow down gradually and pull over as soon as it's safe for both of you. Side of the highway works, or a well-lit parking lot is better if it's close. You've got maybe 30 seconds before they start wondering why you're still driving. Hazards buy you that time, but without them, the officer is already writing a mental script where you're difficult. Now you're stopped, so turn your engine off and keep your hands on the wheel. Dome light on if it's dark. And here's why this matters. That officer is walking up to your car with zero idea who you are. Could be someone with warrants, could be someone with a weapon. They don't know yet. Their brain is running threat assessment before they even reach your window. Hands visible means not a threat. Most people immediately start digging for their wallet, leaning over to the glove box, rifling through papers. From outside the car, that looks like you're hiding something or grabbing something. So sit still, hands visible, and wait for them to approach. Rolling down your window before they get there also helps. It shows you're ready to cooperate and you're not concealing anything inside. Officer gets to your window, and this is the moment where most people talk themselves into trouble. Here's what they'll probably say first. Do you know why I pulled you over? Sounds like a question, but it's not. It's a trap. You say, yeah, I was speeding, and congratulations, you just confessed. They might have pulled you for a broken taillight. Now they've got you for both. You say, no idea, in a sarcastic tone. You just gave them a reason to write the ticket instead of the warning. Here's what works. Stay calm, be polite. Say this exactly. No, officer, I don't. Can you tell me? Puts the ball back in their court. You didn't admit anything. You didn't lie. You didn't give attitude. You just asked a reasonable question, like a reasonable person. But most people skip this and just start explaining themselves. Oh, I know I was going a little fast, but I'm late for work and my boss is gonna… Stop. You're making their job easier. Every excuse you give is another detail they can check and another reason to extend the stop. They're going to ask for license, registration, and insurance. Here's where that hands-on-the-wheel move pays off. Before you reach for anything, say out loud where it is. My license is in my wallet in my back pocket. My registration is in the glove box. Then move slowly. This feels ridiculous, but it works. It keeps the officer calm, which keeps you safe. You're eliminating surprises. Surprises are bad for everyone here, but here's where things get tricky. They've got your documents. They're walking back to their car. You're sitting there wondering what happens next. Most people think this part is out of their hands. It's not. What you do in the next 5 minutes determines whether you're driving home or sitting on the curb while they tear apart your trunk. Let's say the officer comes back and says something like, "Mind if I search your car?" Or, "Mind if I take a quick look inside?" This is the most important sentence in this entire video. You say, calm and clear, "I don't consent to searches." That's it. You don't have to explain. You don't say, "I don't have anything to hide, but." You definitely don't say, "Sure, go ahead," even if you've got nothing illegal in there. Here's why. You don't actually know what's in there. Your friend left something in the back seat 2 weeks ago? Your kid dropped something? There's an old bottle that rolled under the seat that you forgot about. Maybe there's something that looks like something else. Maybe there's a pocket knife you forgot was in the center console, or prescription medication without the label. Consenting to a search gives up the one protection you have. The Fourth Amendment isn't suspicious. It's a right. Now here's what trips people up. They think, "I don't consent to searches" means the officer can't search anyway. Not true. If they've got probable cause, they smell something, they see something in plain view, you're acting erratic, they can search without your consent. But here's the difference that matters. If you consented, anything they find is fair game in court forever. If you didn't consent and they searched anyway without real probable cause, your lawyer can fight that. The evidence might get tossed. You just gave yourself an out. Consent, and that door closes. They might push back. If you've got nothing to hide, why not let me look? Here's the thing, that's not a legal argument. That's social pressure. They're trying to make you feel like refusing makes you guilty. It doesn't. You just repeat it. Calm, polite, broken record. I don't consent to searches. Hands visible. Polite answers. No consent to search. The officer writes you a ticket anyway. Or maybe just a warning. This is where people blow the whole thing in the last 10 seconds. The officer hands you the paper and walks away. You're angry. You're frustrated. Maybe you think it's completely unfair. So you say something. You mutter under your breath. You peel out. You throw the ticket on the passenger seat and slam your door hard. Congratulations, the officer just turned around, and now you're getting another ticket for reckless driving or disorderly conduct. Officers have discretion, and attitude at the end can flip a warning into a citation or one ticket into multiple. Here's the actual move. Take the ticket, say thank you, officer. Yes, even if you're furious. Yes, even if you think it's garbage. Sign it if they ask. Signing is not admitting guilt. It's just acknowledging you received it. Then wait until they walk back to their car. Wait until they drive away. Then you leave. Save the anger for later. Right now, your job is to get home without making it worse. You can fight the ticket in court later. You can't unsay what comes out of your mouth on the side of the road. Now, here's the part nobody tells you, and it matters more than you think. If the officer starts asking questions that have nothing to do with the traffic stop, where are you coming from? Where are you headed? What do you do for work? You seem nervous. Everything okay? Those aren't traffic questions. Those are fishing questions. They're building a profile, seeing if you're nervous, trying to catch you in a story that doesn't add up. Here's the secret. You don't have to answer those. You can politely say, I'd prefer not to answer that, or I'm just trying to get home. Sounds bold, right? It's completely legal. And once officers realize you know your rights, most of them just move on. You're clearly not worth the hassle. They've got actual criminals to catch. Let's rewind to the very beginning. Lights in the mirror, panic in your chest. You thought you had no control, but now you know the truth. You've got more control than you think. Hazards on immediately. Pull over safely. Hands visible, engine off. Polite but minimal answers. Never consent to searches. Never explain yourself into a confession. Stay calm even when you want to scream. Those moves turn a traffic stop into a non-event. Break them, and you're the story the officer tells back at the station about the driver who made everything harder for no reason. If this just saved you from a future mistake, send it to someone who drives. Someone you know is going to get pulled over this year. This might be the thing that keeps them out of trouble. And drop a comment. Have you ever been pulled over and wish you'd known this? What happened? And what would you do differently now?